What's up, you unworthy peasants? No, I'm just kidding. You guys are lovely people. What's up, YouTube? It's Anthony, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video. So, it's just a quick vlog recapping the Spartan race that I participated in a few days ago on Sunday. In all, it was a really great experience. I was able to test myself as an athlete and what I can do going through obstacle courses, and I feel really great. I was able to complete it. Going through all the obstacle courses, I pretty much beasted all of them except for two, but I'll talk about that later. No, but I really had a great time, especially with the people that I participated with. So shout out to Mark, Jess, and Tim. We were all together throughout the whole thing. We were encouraging each other, and it was just a really great time. So I had a lot of fun. So if I were to summarize the race in one word, it'd be freaking hills, man. It was like hills after hills after hills. So when the race started, you go up like an incline hill. It's not that steep of a hill, but you're still going up it. And like at first you start running, but then you kind of slow down because it's kind of an incline, so you kind of want to conserve your energy. But it just kept going and going, and that's not even like the beginning wasn't even the worst. So there was the beginning, and then you had a couple of obstacles like like the wall climb, and going under barbed wire in the mud, the javelin throw, and the balancing beam. But after like those obstacles, and then like the monkey bars, after those obstacles, there was another stupid hill, and I swear like we were probably hiking up that hill, and it was at like a 45-degree angle, like this incline of the hill, 45-degree angle, and we were probably walking for a good like maybe an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour of just like hiking up a stupid hill, man. It was so long. In my head, I was like, I want some obstacles, man. I'm tired of going up a stupid hill. And I was talking with Jess, Tim's girlfriend, when we were walking up the hill, and she was like, yeah, it's very mentally straining, because in your head, like, all you can see is just like hill for like meters and meters away, and so yeah, it's really straining on your mind, and mentally challenging, right? Because in your head, you feel like you want to give up, but you can't. So that's where the struggle of your mind comes into play. After the hill, we got to the top. There are a couple more obstacles there, like the parallel bars, where you had to like walk. To pretty much use your arms to carry you across two parallel bars, and then there was you had to drag a sled with a weight in it, and you had to carry a boulder, like a really heavy boulder, probably like maybe like 70, 80 pounds boulder from like one end to the other. So then it was just downhill from there. We had to just walk downhill, so it wasn't as mentally straining as the uphills. In terms of the obstacles, I only failed two obstacles. One was where we had to walk on a balancing beam. I didn't know that you had to ring a bell at the end of the balancing beam. As I was going through, like I was almost to the end, but then I lost my balance and I just fell off to the side. But I could have just jumped like forward and like hit the bell. Like I was within that range, but I didn't know there was one, so then I had to do 30 burpees. If you fail an obstacle course or you want to skip it, you have to do 30 burpees in order to move on. So there was that one I failed, and then after there's a javelin throw. So with the javelin throw, you have you have the javelin, right, and you throw it like this. For some reason, I twisted my wrist so that it was like this. So then the javelin pretty much just went like you're supposed to shoot it like this, right? So, but instead I shot it, and then for some reason I twisted my hand, and then the javelin just went like smack the hay bale. It has to stick through a hay bale on like a few meters away. So but it just like hit horizontally, and I shot it pretty hard, so there's like a pretty like loud smack. But anyway, so I failed that, so then I had 30 burpees. So I did 60 in total, which is pretty good. I thought I would do more because of the more difficult ones that I'll talk about now. The more difficult ones were probably the rig. So essentially the rig is just it's always a different setup, and it always consists of like Olympic rings where you either swing like using your arms, or you have to put your feet through it, and also consists of like monkey bars and other obstacles. And you can't fall down, so you're always suspended in the air somehow. And I thought I was gonna fail that when I was doing it, but somehow I managed to get through to get through and ring that bell. So I was pretty happy about that. And then right after that is a stupid rope climb. So the rope climb was another one I thought I would have difficulty with, and yeah, going through it like I was going through the technique. But in my head, before I actually jumped on the rope, I looked up and it was really, really high. It's maybe like 20 feet or maybe more than 20 feet. So you have to climb up the rope and then ring a bell on the top, and then you're able to you completed the obstacle, so you're able to climb back down. So when I was looking out, I was like, man, like if I fall, I'm there's nothing on the ground. There's maybe like a little bits of hay, but like I'm a goner. Like I'm gonna get really injured. So as I was going up, like my nerves started to kick in, because like oh, what if I fall? So I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. So I went up slowly but surely. I used the Spanish twist technique. So essentially you wrap your leg around the rope, one leg around the rope, and then use your other foot to clamp on the rope, and then push yourself up. Push yourself on the rope. It's a very slow technique, but it's also very secure. I just wanted to finish it. I did everything I could, and just I went slow and steady, and then I managed to hit that bell and came back down. So everything, all the other obstacles like carrying a boulder, pulling a sled, monkey bars, pulling a propane tank. So a propane tank is like on the ground attached to a rope, and you have to like pull the propane tank up, and it was pretty heavy too. So that was fine. Going up cargo nets and what you call it, like a slippery wall with a rope attached. That's like, and carrying sandbags up a hill and down. Those went really, really well. Oh, another obstacle that I almost failed at was what you call it? I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called a traversal wall. But so essentially it's just like a wooden wall like in a zigzag form, and there are only like wooden pegs on it that you have to attach your feet and hands to. And some people, they were cheating. They're like grabbing the top of the wall and just going around the wall, and that's cheating. Like, you're not really challenging yourself. So that I almost slipped a couple times because the obstacle right before that, it was a very muddy obstacle. So my shoes are full of mud. It's kind of slippery. So I had to like wipe my shoes on the hay and on the ground just to get all that mud off, and then go through that part. And I almost slipped a couple times. Thankfully my hands were able to like grasp onto the block well enough that I didn't fall off. And then towards the end, I just jumped and like hit that bell, because that's pretty much what you gotta do. So then after, there was the final thing is that you have to jump over a fire pit. But no, that was fine. You just jump through. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said once preparing to jump. Yeah, just jump through. It's just fire. And then as like mid-air, I'm like, oh crap! Like I might if I tripped or anything, then something really bad could have happened. So no, I managed to get through it without any burns. And then I crossed the finish line and got my medal and my T-shirt. But here's my medal. Yes, it's the sprint medal. So this one is like a 1/3 of another medal that you can actually complete, because there are two other races there. The part of the Spartan Race. The one is called this is called the Sprint, the one that I did. The other one is called the Super and the Beast. The Super is a 13+ kilometer race, and the Beast is like 20 kilometers plus. So yeah, the Sprint is red. I believe the Super is blue, so there'd be like a blue piece here, and the Beast is green, so you'd have a green piece like here. So that completes another medal if you actually do the trifecta, which is all 3 races. So yeah. So here's my medal. In terms of injuries, I didn't get that injured. What you call it? My muscles were a little bit sore the next day, not too much. It was more my left calf. Other than that, I got a couple of cuts on my knuckles and on my knees. Some bruising on my knees as well when going through the, when you're crawling through the mud and stuff. When you're crawling through the mud, sometimes you you think it's all mud, and so like I was rushing through it, and then all of a sudden like my knee hit, like smacks against a rock, so I'm like, great, okay, there's rocks, so I'm gonna slow down a bit. So yeah, sometimes you think you go full throttle, and then you realize, oh, like there's a rock there, and there are rocks everywhere. So next time, I'll be a bit more careful. But no, I didn't get injured too bad. Unfortunately, my friend Mark, he got cramps a third of the way through, and man, like I was worried because I thought he was gonna give up, because when you have, like, he looked like he was in a lot of pain, and but we told him, like, drink water, like keep going, man. You're almost done. We kept encouraging him the whole way, but shout out to him, because man, he wasn't, like, you could see in his face he was in a lot of pain. Like, he was limping. We had to stop a lot, which is fine, because we're gonna do it together. We won't go ahead without him, and we wanted to encourage him and help him through it. So he had cramps pretty much 2/3 of the race. And no, but shout out to him. A lot of people would have given up at that point when you have cramps, but we just told him, like, we gave him gels, we gave him water, just like we just pretty much encouraged him to finish it. And he was in a lot of pain, especially in the last leg of the race, with after the rope climb. Like, he was in a lot of pain, but thankfully the staff members were able to help him out, and massage his leg and try to at least get him through the end of the race. So props to the staff and volunteers for helping him out in terms of that. But yeah, like, I'm proud of him more than me, because people would have given up at that point, but he didn't. So fortunately, hopefully next year we'll like, nobody will have cramps. Thankfully, go cross your fingers. Hopefully that nobody has cramps, and we're able to go full throttle and get through all the obstacles. I had a stomach ache throughout the whole race. It started off in the morning. I'm not taking away from Mark's injury, from Mark's cramps, but I'm just saying I had a stomach ache the entire race, but I kind of just forgot about it until, like, whenever we stopped, then I would feel it, and then it kind of hurt, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just stomach ache. It's not gonna stop me from finishing the race. Next year I want to do all 3 races, so the super, the beast, and the sprint. I want to get that trifecta. I want to get the full medal. I really think I can get through it. This, to me, like, these obstacles were pretty they were challenging, but I actually got through them, and the entire race was not that bad. It wasn't that challenging for me. So I want to push myself. I want to challenge myself more. So I am gonna do the beast and the super next year, and hopefully I can budget something and get a GoPro, so I can hang the GoPro from my head and record some stuff for you guys, so I can just pretty much post the entire race next year. So all in all, it was a really great experience. I loved it. I want to do more. Like, I know there's other races out there, so I'm gonna look into doing those. I just love being active and challenging myself in terms of my fitness level. I just really enjoy it, and I hope to continue to challenge myself in these types of races. So that's pretty much it. Thanks everybody for watching. Please leave a like and a comment if you want, and subscribe to my channel, please. So yeah, that's it. I'm Anthony. See you later. Peace.